Houston, our instruments are showing that we have a incoming message from deep space. Repeat, Houston, we have an incoming message from deep space. Houston, we'll begin playing message now. Houston, we're going to try and translate that up here. Hold for translation. Translation complete. We'll begin playing message now.
Hey, it's me, Melissa.
What do you do when the aliens invade? Take a shot of MK Ultra and watch Melissa Jade. Put on your tinfoil hat and tune right in. We got that crime spree, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, a complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, what it all been understanding. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Aliens is on the sun or in Area 51. Time travels, unravels, haunted castles, cops are baffled, potential experimental plots that make you transcendental. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Crime sprees, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, what it all been understanding. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much, Delia Prowlis, for becoming a member. We're so happy to have you part of the channel. Hi, Dawn, Amanda, Chicken Shite, Michelle, Elvin, my cutie pie, Mindy, Hippie Chick, Nana Banana, Rhonda, Angel D, Tammy Adams, Stephanie Blah Bitty Blah, Melanie, Crime Crochet Coiffee, Sarah Bellum, Lee the Bee. We're happy to have you. My Snot Rockets here. Anybody who doesn't already know about Snot Rockets business and you are interested in melts, I dropped the link and I'll drop the link again. Please go and check out her site because she has the most amazing wax melts and they smell fucking fantastic. And it's just honestly like they're delicious and I would suggest to you my favorite, but they're all really, really amazing. So definitely go and check it out if you aren't already familiar. And you could use the promo code Conspiracy Queen for 20% off your entire order. Hey, MK. Hi, Tess. Hi, Brona. Thank you. They're fucking fantastic, right? Melissa, you are perfectly on time. Hi, Beach Lover. She has the best music melts. She has and their music melts, guys, because they're usually inspired by her favorite bands and her favorite songs. And she even has ones that come like with little shaped as little music notes. And they're just amazing. They're absolutely amazing. Oh, thank you so much, MMC. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Chloe Moon. Grandma Sherry and Allie Rally. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Harlot. People me. What kind of dog you got, Mindy? Yeah, no rush, Not Rocket. Seriously, no rush. iPhone link. It doesn't do the thing for us Android peeps. I have the Android link too, Chezzy. But the iPhone has like a particular link. That's why I drop it. Hi, Gaia. My girl, hi. It's always lovely seeing you. Send the Rain is my favorite. She made me the last time she made me a little jar and it had like a variety and I don't know what the names are. She doesn't even know what the names are. She's like, I just threw in a variety. But when you smell them all together, it smells like cotton candy. And I love it. I'm obsessed and I just pick it right out of the jar and I throw it into the melt and it smells so good. Hi, Emerald Skies. Don't call her Red Rocket. No, hi, it's not rocket science, dude. So we are in the middle of doing the trial recap. And yesterday we were still on Al. We're still on Al. Yes, it is. Hi, Kate. Oh, congratulations. How exciting. That is absolutely amazing. Congratulations to you and your daughter, and wishes for a very successful and healthy pregnancy for both the baby and the mama. Hi, T. Adams. They smell amazing. They really do. They really do. Hi, Bogart. Oh no, Don, I'm sorry. Hi, Sherry P. So we're in the middle of doing Al on the stand, and we paused yesterday right as they finished one of the cringy phone calls. And it's amazing watching and observing Letecia's behavior, her body language, the way she does not lift up her head at all. Hey, Nally. Hi, Alicia. You do, Kimberly. They smell amazing. They really do. Wait, whoa. Jim John don't know. What do you mean? School starts tomorrow. We're halfway through our summer. I remember this because this is when you guys all got out early and my daughter was still in school all the way till the end of June. So we go back the first week of September. What do you mean? August is summer. What do you mean? We're just about to go into like our halfway mark. Yeah, we do first week of September, Dawn. Okay, so we have Al on the stand. We're gonna pick right back up. Hey, Wolfie, we're gonna pick right back up where we last left off. I'm rewatching Lost. I'm just throwing that in there to let you guys know where I'm at in my personal life. I'm rewatching the show Lost. They're all of the seasons were added onto Netflix for anybody who is interested and want to watch it with me. I watched it a long time ago. And so I'm rewatching it now. That's that. So hello, Wolfie. Hi, Danielle. Yeah, Beach Lover. Me, yeah, ours too. Hi, Little Red. Oh, yes, I love Lost. I have not seen it in so long, Little Red, so I'm excited to watch it again. Oh, God bless you, Justice. God bless. Yeah, dude, stop it, because I have a crush on John Locke. Okay, Melanie. Angie, hi. Isn't it great? I remember the ending pissing me off. It's not reconciling to it. I do. But that's why I'm like, you know what? Let me go through this again. And now they have, every time like I finish an episode, I do this with my House of Dragon too. There is a whole Easter egg, and let me break down this episode for you and let me explain the things that you didn't catch during the episode. And so I'm doing that with Lost. Because that one, there's a lot of hidden meanings and stuff in it. And so, yes. Okay, awesome. And so I'm gonna do, but I remember I did not like the ending. Hi, Take Up Crankin. Once you finish Lost, check out From. Okay, I'm gonna look for that. The Good Wife for the first time. I haven't seen that. I never got into Dexter Nana Banana, and I know it should be right up my alley. And I know how many people are obsessed with Dexter, and I believe Dexter is coming back, right? I tried to watch the first few episodes. It didn't click with me. It just didn't click with me. Well, did they F up more? Did they F up more with Lost, or did they F up more with Game of Thrones? I think Game of Thrones. Thank you, Angie Erickson, for the super sticker. That's so very kind. Very much appreciated. Thank you. They massively dropped the ball with Tell Me Your Secrets on Hulu. No. Hulu's like the one I don't have. Well, not I don't have. Wolfie lets me jack all of her streaming devices. So Hulu is the only one she doesn't have that I can't binge off of. It really was Angel D. It really. Yellowstone. I love you, Gaia. Thank you so much for stopping in. I've missed you. I love it's good, Julie, and we have one episode left for season 2. And so give me your thoughts. I'd love to hear your thoughts. It's not the new Game of Thrones, Maria. Are you talking about House of Dragon? It's a spin-off and it's a prequel to Game of Thrones. It's really good. Hi, Roro. Okay, hi, Tracy. So we are continuing off, like I said yesterday, it stopped right away as soon as the call ended. So Al was getting back up on the stand for DA Michael Allen to question him about it. But before we get started, our missing child for tonight's live is Vanessa Morales. Look at that face. Look at those cheeks. Oh my goodness, she is so cute. She has been missing since November 29th, 2019 out of Ansonia, Connecticut. She is 5 years old. We have an age progressed photo to what she would look like at 2 years. Still even adorable in the damn age progressed photo. So if you or anyone you know has information on Vanessa's whereabouts, please contact the Ansonia Police Department at the number located in blue. Really chicken shy. Well, you know what? In like Nickelodeon, Dan Schneider is obsessed with feet, you know what I mean? So oh yeah, Julie, it's good. It's good. Okay, so where I am playing the trial recap from is Recovery Addict. I will drop Recovery Addict's link. I'll also add it into the description, but that's where I'm streaming the trial from. Again, Al is the first witness up on the stand, and he is the only one that we do not have a live feed to watch and also get access to the exhibits and evidence they're showing. But that's going to change as soon as he gets off the stand. Do you like it, MK? There's a lot of, and you know what? Again, Vikings. I love Vikings. I would watch and suggest Vikings to anyone. It's really good. So let me pull up. I don't know. I think they even may play another call if I'm not sure, or partial of another call. I guess we'll see, and we'll just roll with it. We're gonna go till 9:30, and then we're gonna Jade read over to Bendy's because we got some Boone updates. Okay, hi Shauna. Vikings is on Netflix, Julie, and it's really freaking good. It's really, really good. Hi Whippets. All right, so here we go. Context, they literally just stopped playing the last call. And so Alan is going to have Al take the stand and answer questions regarding this call. The ID channel is good, Homer. Yeah, Iris, it's really, really good. Vikings is the one show that I'm attracted to basically every character. Hi, Dynamite. Okay, Yellowstone. I will Diving Owl. Okay, let me pull this up.
Okay. And I assume that when we get to whatever exhibit numbers, those or it's primarily going to relate to the rest.
Wait a
Photos
second.
of Gannon's remains, just so you're aware.
So that's
Wait, did
Detective Yoder.
I'll be just some man calling in an anonymous tip. And
Wait
I
a
mean,
second.
the key here is to get Gannon in the investigation and then protect you.
He was referring to, yes. Did you have any independent knowledge of them finding a man in the house when they responded on that day?
Damn, it made me lose my spot. So hold on one second.
Did not, no, sir.
And then I don't even have a theory on the rest of it. Okay, that's what I think. I think there's
Okay.
When I had to come up a little hump, where's this dude? Well, this dude is in your
Hey,
car
Allie.
with us.
This is where we ended yesterday. Okay. Hi,
And just so
Tiffany.
that I'm clear, Mr. Allen, that was exhibit 37, right?
37. That's
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Mr. Stout, can you come back?
Mr. Stauch, I remind you, sir, that you're still under oath.
Yes, sir. Pick your head up, Tisha.
Mr. Stout, in that call, you said to the defendant, you want immunity because it's a lie, there's no dude. And then you said, prove me wrong. Did she ever prove you wrong?
Nope.
No, sir. You made mention of Gannon did something, an accident, and you panicked. What were you trying to do by saying those things to the defendant?
trying to, in a way, take the initial blame off of her that and confirm her story about an accident with the candle or whatever she had claimed from the night before or whatever.
Right, Jennifer?
And, you know, give her a freedom to talk about what happened next in her mind.
Basically give her an out so that you could try to maybe get more information.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Rightly? His voice is like butter.
Towards the end of that phone call, the
Okay.
defendant made, again, mentions of some anonymous dude in the language that she used. Did she ever give you a name of who this dude was that she was referring to?
Not in this phone call, no, sir.
All right. Was that phone call consistent with her personality?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
During that phone call, did she ever change personalities or talk with any other odd voice inflections?
No, sir.
Didn't.
All right, thank you. Judge, at this time, we're going to move on to People's 38, which is a call on February 14th at 12:17 p.m.
All right.
Wait,
Mr. Stauch, you can go ahead and step down. Thank you,
wait,
sir.
hold on.
And Judge, this call is about a little over 21 minutes.
Damn it, wait. We already saw this. That was where we last. Oh my God. I apologize. It made me lose my spot.
Okay, is it Quincy Brown or
Brown is what I
This
said.
is-
where is
So
Gannon?
sorry, guys. Hi, Shelly Jo. This is where we pause. I'm
Phone can only
sorry.
take so
I
much.
think now would be a good time for a break.
Okay, so they go on
we
break.
will take our break until 10:45. Again, don't discuss case among yourselves. Don't discuss
Okay.
Phone call, we hear
When
So
you're around the
back
neighborhood.
from break.
found out that
20 CR.
Back.
Or we
All right, here we go.
Wow, what an experience.
Look at Tisha in the corner. She ate.
start with
Look at her looking up. Look at her looking up. Okay. Thank you, Melissa. Hi, Hilson House of Crazy. Hi, Shiny Popstar. She had her food. Don't forget she was kicked off the kosher diet because she's been eating all types of prison burritos with dogs of the hot and rolled up and Cheetos and hot and spicy ramen all rolled up into a burrito. So I'm sure she's stuffed from lunch, and now we're back.
Mr. Stauch on the stand, ask some follow-up questions, and then
Okay.
jump into that.
All right, Mr. Stauch, if you resume your seat on the witness stand, I remind you, sir, that you're still under oath. Let's go ahead and bring the jury in.
Hey, Kayla. Yeah, harlot. Samara looking bitch.
So she looks up here, but she doesn't look at the jury any other time.
No, she never looks at the jury. Who dat?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was Charmaine or
Yeah, it's
Charmaine.
Nicole.
Thank you very much
Look.
for that call. I appreciate that the inside perspective on this. As from a
Along
family
with
member,
Samara, she reminds me
on
of
that
this
side.
one from The Ring.
That must have
Well,
been
actually, this is how I look
that
at
was
the
right.
end of
Jury,
listening to
please.
Letecia scream.
just the whole experience. She's faking being insane in a legal definition.
Jesus, Jenny. Look at Tisha popping in her little tissues. Look at that hair. Tisha, you turned into a Lego. You turned into a fucking Lego.
Thank you. May all be seated. Court will recall 20 CR 1358, People versus Letecia Stauch. Record
won't-
should reflect the jury has returned to the courtroom.
You won't be able to sit in that corner much longer, Miss Ma'am. You start acting a fool, don't you? This is going to start to pick up. She starts acting a fool, and Judge Warner takes away your swivel chair, and I can't wait for it.
And we are resuming with testimony of Mr. Stauch. Mr. Allen?
Thank you, Art. Mr. Stauch, in that last phone call that we just heard, February 14th, 2020, this is roughly about a little over 2 weeks after Gannon's missing. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm in January 27th, so almost 3 weeks. Yeah.
Yep. In the beginning portion of that phone call, sounded like the defendant was suggesting that some guy laid down on the road and then got in the truck and Gannon threw up in the back of your truck.
Yes, sir.
When you got back from Oklahoma, did you drive your truck?
I did a few times in those early couple of days of searching.
Was there any puke in your truck?
Hey,
I don't
Just
remember there
Abby.
being even the smell of puke in my truck. No, sir.
Welcome, Avery. Welcome to the gallery. Thanks for your support.
Welcome, Avery.
In that phone call, you started to press her to get details about whoever this guy was, this dude that she keeps describing. And in the call, she uses a Mexican or a black, dark, found out his name. You mentioned the name Aubrey Holmes. What was that all about?
That would have been in the Lordstown Ranch neighborhood. I used to see a van, somewhat of the neighborhood headquarters or whatever. That's the home builder, maybe. I don't know specifically, but yeah, that was just a van or cars roaming around the neighborhood for supervision or whatever.
Was that also a reference back to the story that the defendant gave that she let one of the guys from the building area come into the house?
Possibly, yes.
Okay.
Now I want to make a pizza.
And then during this phone call, we hear the name Quincy Brown. Was that the first time you'd heard the name Quincy Brown?
Yes, sir.
Did you know any Quincy Brown?
No, sir.
Again, similar questions to before. During this particular phone call, did the defendant's personality, was it consistent with the way you knew her personality to be?
Absolutely.
Did she change into any other different personalities during this phone call?
No, sir.
During this phone call, did you know where she was located?
No, sir.
And then there's a lot of reference to immunity from the defendant in this phone call. It's similar to the last call. In your mind, was she asking for immunity because Quincy Brown did something?
That made absolutely no sense to me. So no.
But was that what she was sort of relaying to you in your mind?
I don't know. In my mind, she was asking for immunity because she did something or knew something that would incriminate her, but she was claiming to know more that would afford her the opportunity to ask for immunity.
Did she ever, during this particular phone call, give you any actionable information that you could pass on to law enforcement that could help the investigation?
No, sir. It seemed like more spin to me.
More spin, you said?
More spin, or more trying to send myself or the investigation in opposite directions.
Okay, thank you. Judge, at this time, we would move on to playing People's Exhibit number 39, which is another recorded phone call, again from February 14, 2020 at 12:40.
Do you guys want me to play the call? I'll let the call play through. I know that we've listened to them already, but I could listen to these countless times. If you guys want to listen while seeing the reaction in the courtroom, yes? Okay, then let's just do it.
41 p.m.
All right, Mr. Stauch, you can step down. Thank you, sir.
And this call is just a little under 18 minutes.
All right, 18 minutes. Buckle up. Here we go.
Scott.
Congratulations, Tish, on 3 months.
Scott's like, no.
That's you ready.
They don't play the full calls. They play a decent amount.
Hey,
Hey,
are you ready now? Are you ready to talk to me?
I have been talking to you.
Okay. Yes, you have. Okay.
She's
Where's
looking at
Gannon?
the wall.
I didn't see children.
Where's Gannon, Tisha?
I just told you.
No, don't tell me fucking Quincy Brown. Tell me where Gannon is. There's no Quincy Brown. There's no Quincy Brown. Where is Gannon? Where did you take Gannon?
He took it. Why don't you put me in a lineup and let me look for it?
Where did you?
Okay, sorry, that pisses me the fuck off. Why don't you put them in a lineup and let me look for him? Miss Ma'am, Quincy Brown's face is all over, right? We type Quincy Brown into Google and it pops right up. Do you think that they're not going to need any evidence to back up what you're claiming? Do you think they're going to just pull a bunch of random people in, including Quincy Brown, and allow you to point him out and take that as sufficient evidence to prove he is the one involved? It's mind-blowing to me. But it's a different type of evil to not only do what you've done, but to so easily be willing to allow someone else to go down for your crime. And she was. She would have let him go down easily.
You take Gannon. Where is Gannon?
Gannon anywhere.
Yeah, but you told me you did. You told me you took him to Petco and to Douglas County and tobacco. Where is Gannon?
Chezzy.
Give me something I didn't do? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Where is Gannon, Tisha?
I've already told you. You think you can be this interrogator all you want?
No, I'm not. You're my wife, and I'm trying to talk to you.
Hey, you're not trying to talk to me. You're trying to put me 6 feet under what you're trying to do.
Why are you so afraid to just tell me the fucking truth, the real story, just for once? Okay, you can
That's
tell me
the truth.
You can tell me bullshit 20 more times. Just right now, tell me the truth. Where is Gannon? You did not tell me where he is.
I know where he is. Quincy Brown took him. That's the guy's name.
Listen, fuck Quincy Brown. Don't ever say that name to me again because it's bullshit. Eduardo is bullshit, okay? The carpet guy is bullshit.
Quincy Brown took him.
Well, tomorrow it's going to be somebody different because yesterday it was the 3 other different guys.
Go after him.
Yeah,
My dumbass won't go
Terry.
after him. Yeah,
and that's another one of the narcissistic aspects of her, right? And when I say that, I'm not a doctor, I can't diagnose, but she was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder with narcissistic traits. But you are 100% correct, Terry. It's the fact that she knew what she was up against. She also went pro se for a period of time and got full access to that discovery. She knew. And she still thought, I could get away with this. I could get away with this. It just shows that she had gotten away with everything her entire life, and it built her ego up so much. But when do you think it dawned upon her she was fucked? Because everything about her body language here, she does not appear confident. She is cowering away all the way in that corner, out of frame of the fucking camera, looking at the wall, stuffing her ear holes with paper of the toilet. She is not like, yep, this is my moment to shine. This is my truth. No. Yeah, Amanda. And she's not struggling with it. Oh, when we get to Dorothy, but Dorothy is our last witness. Don't forget that. Dorothy, we're gonna end with a shebang.
dumbass won't go after him. Where's Gannon, Tisha?
Because you told me to tell you who had him, and you would be supportive. And you still are doing this.
Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and pick this thing apart anymore because it's bullshit. You said this guy had something on you, something blah blah blah. Excuse me, blah 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 blah. You didn't want to tell me his name. Why would you not want to tell me Quincy Brown? Who the fuck is Quincy Brown?
Yeah, who the fuck is Quincy Brown?
He is going. I'll send you some lineup. The police department has to have lineup of Quincy Brown in the area.
Did you tell Quincy Brown your name? Okay, did you give him your information? Did he take your phone?
The defense, I feel bad, like, and I'm mostly observing her lawyers' demeanors here because they have to know they're fucked, right? Like, how do you, like, they did their job, right? They have to defend her, but how do you defend this, right? They, like, I couldn't imagine how hard it must have been to try to even figure out how to go about this. But defense only had 2 witnesses. The first witness, I wouldn't even classify as a witness. She was up on the stand for a few minutes, and it wasn't even anything to her advantage, versus I was able to confirm that Letecia did come into her primary at one point and said that she had anxiety, and I referred her to like a specialist or something. That's it. Then their one and only essential witness was Dr. Dorothy Lewis. And just prepare, because she is going to piss you off so much. I am so looking forward to going through Dr. Dorothy Lewis, because I was astonished. Dr. Dorothy Lewis has her own criteria of how you diagnose someone with dissociative identity disorder. Letecia met none of that criteria. None.
How is he messaging you? Is Quincy Brown messaging you?
Yes, Homer.
I do, and I'm trying to find it. How is he messaging you when he never? Did you tell him, hey, my name's Tisha. My email is TishaLynn2006. What the fuck, Tisha?
Did you care that he has your son?
Yeah, see, you ain't answer my question. You ain't answer my question because you know it's bullshit. How does he message you? Like I said, it's probably some Inspector Gadget. This message was self-destruct in 30 seconds, right? Some bullshit like that. Because he didn't.
What? Talking about?
Likewise. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This guy messaging you? What the fuck? He don't have your information?
Okay, so he hasn't been outside of the hotel?
No.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, and you did, Alexander, did you hear it? He even mentions the Inspector Gadget. I don't know what Tisha she associates with her go-go gadget toes and Inspector Gadget so much, but Letecia is claiming this entire time, this is February 14th, okay? So this entire time, because you have to remember she left the home, so she hasn't physically seen Al in a while, but she's in Florida. He doesn't know yet that she's in Florida, but I'm sorry, North Carolina, but she had stopped in Florida, but she's not in Colorado anymore. Letecia's been claiming that Quincy Brown is not only sending her threats, active threats, but he's been outside the damn hotel room. He's been outside threatening her. And I love how she flips it onto him. Hey, Bendy, I love how she gets so mad. It's like, okay, so Quincy Brown hasn't been outside? No, he hasn't. She gets mad when you do not accept her lies. Hi, Amanda.
Throw another one at me. What else hasn't he done? He ain't done shit. Because Quincy Brown don't fucking exist.
Well, he does.
Maybe they need to check you
I
and
don't know. I think no. So,
Yeah.
I don't
Have
know.
them check me and Landon. They got all my shit. I turn all my shit in. My car, my phone, my email, my everything. They got all my shit.
Well, they have all mine too.
Okay. So I ain't worried about shit. Give me a place to look for Gannon. Tell me where he is.
I don't know.
I'll go fucking look for him. What does Quincy Brown even look like? Is he the 5'7" Mexican? I mean, come on, goddammit. How is he messaging you? You never answered that question either. I'm getting messages. Ooh, so mysterious.
Just because someone sends you messages, Albert, doesn't fucking mean it's social media or anything like that.
I didn't say what it was. I asked you what it was.
Certain ways.
So,
I even called it into the FBI.
oh, okay.
Hey, there's this dude, blah, 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 following us. Hey, there's another people following us. I've tried to help y'all.
So listen.
I didn't tell you from the beginning who Quincy Brown was.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because you knew I wouldn't believe you because it's bullshit. So you're telling me this motherfucker came in there or got in the truck, come home, beat the shit out of you or whatever he did, beat the shit out of Gannon, took Gannon from the storage room or whatever the hell that's all about, and took him, and now he's got, and now he's, yeah, send it to me. Send that shit to me right now, okay? Send me fucking Quincy Brown, okay? Because you're telling me this dude is out there. He knows you know what he looks like, and he's following you, trying to do whatever he's gonna do. He's got everything he needs.
You don't release a reward.
But you said that he's following you.
Yes, ask for that reward.
He's following.
When are you gonna send me this damn picture?
Yo, when are you gonna post a reward?
Okay. See? Dark skin.
Oop, she sent the picture.
She's never gotten off the borrowed phone, Betty.
Are you freaking serious, Tisha?
So she sent the photo of Quincy.
That's Quincy Brown right there. He's dark and Hispanic.
What?
He's dark and Hispanic. His name's Quincy Brown, right? A Hispanic guy named Quincy, like he's from South Carolina or something. All right, listen,
Quincy.
Oh my God, this is great. How did you fucking get a picture of Quincy Brown? You Googled him?
That is who he is.
Okay, listen, send me screenshot your Google search. Let me see it.
Boom.
Screenshot me where you pulled that. Yeah, however you got Quincy. Guess what? Quincy probably sent you that picture in one of his messages, right? He said, hey, just in case they're looking for me, here's my latest photo.
You're a fucking dumbass.
I am a dumbass, and I need my son, and you got him.
You see, it's only Tisha. Hi, Artistry. It's only Tisha that could get mad at him. You fucking dumbass. Why? Because he's saying, hey, Miss Ma'am, how do you happen to have a photo of him, right? You Googled him, which, yeah, that's what she's about to admit. But how dare he position it in a way where it's not believing me? So you dumbass. Or the alternative, which did Quincy himself send you a selfie? Hey, yo, in case the police are looking for me, here's the most recent photo of me. Come on. Her hopes for the reward die in 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, and thank you so much, Chicken Shite. But yeah, it's just she gets mad that you do not accept her bullshit.
Who's got him then? It ain't fucking Quincy Brown.
Yeah.
You gonna be a fucking some balls and find him with it.
Well, she already knew what the evidence was. She had access to her full discovery, Aaliyah. Letecia dropped her attorneys and was going forward pro se. So you guys are experiencing that right now with Sarah Boone, right? Sarah Boone has to represent herself. You see how they handed over the last court hearing Bendy went over? They have all of this discovery. Letecia had access to the discovery, so she knew the evidence that was against her. So that is not why she went forward with trial. She went forward with trial because Letecia genuinely, for whatever twisted fucking reason, believed there was a chance she could get off. And I don't think she really, truly realized how little control she had until she was sitting in this courtroom right here. And exactly, Simply Complex, where's all the evidence? Where's all that confidence Letecia had? All of those messages we saw, tainting the jury pool. I don't care. She didn't. What about that confidence now? Hi, Deborah. Thank you, Science Sense, for gifting a membership. Thank you. Thank you. If you just received that membership, please make sure to thank Science Sense in the chat. Thank you so much. Bendy says, and once she got her mitts on the discovery, suddenly she was insane. Exactly. So she knew what she was up against. She knew. Hi, Sabrina. Okay. Hey, Shacto.
I bet you ain't doing that shit though, are you? Because you're
I am a punk. You're right. I just want my son. You can call me a punk. You can say whatever you want to say to me. Okay? I just want.
Quincy did.
Where
Question him then.
Where can I find Quincy to question him?
I don't fucking know. Your best friends in the police department can do it.
You're killing me, Tisha.
I'm not killing.
Well, where's my son, Tisha? This is the same fucking bullshit conversation we had for days and weeks about that $8,000 you took from me. And I said, where's the money? Where's the money? And then 2 weeks later, oh, I took it. I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. It's the same shit we're doing again.
Honey, you dumbass.
Yeah, I am a dumbass, but it's the same fucking conversation. Where's my son, Tisha?
Quincy has it. Quincy, do you know him? Fucking go find him.
Apparently you do, because he's got something against you. Okay? Yeah.
You to talk to me to help me.
Hey, guess what? I'm calling bullshit. I just Googled that shit, and that's a fucking mugshot like I find Mike Hyatt on. Mugshot. Way to go, Tisha. You found Quincy Brown on a mugshot. God damn it. This is just getting better and better and better.
It's a mugshot because he's probably been to jail before, you dumbass.
Yeah. So he just picked you out of the blue because you just happened to be in Douglas County up there, and he was laying in the street. And Quincy said, "Oh wow, that looks like an easy target. I'm gonna steal her son and rape her and go all the way to freaking wherever." And then how did he leave? Nobody saw him leave. What the fuck are you talking about?
The cameras at night, you dumbass.
Oh, that's right, because he was there till midnight while the neighborhood search party was going on. Come on, Tisha.
The neighborhood search party was not even going on at that time.
Okay, guess what? I know that's false. They searched all through the night, Keisha, while you were sitting your ass in the house. You were sitting in the house, sending Harley and Lane out to look for him. The search party of the fucking neighborhood was out, and Quincy Brown.
You have to remember, Letecia's newest narrative is that Quincy Brown and Gannon were still there at the time after police left and did the initial walkthrough to look. He's already been reported missing. Letecia then claims that she is held hostage downstairs. She puts Lena and Harley to sleep. Then downstairs she is bound. She has her headphones on, and Quincy and Gannon were hiding in the storage room at all times. But this is how fucked up she is. She thinks she could get away with that because Gannon really was in the storage room at the time that police did the walkthrough, and they did not find him because they weren't searching for a body. Yes, Scott, and she's going to take the stand. Nicole Mobley will take the stand, and we're going to go through her testimony. And so the search party was already out looking for Gannon, and Letecia was actively using her phone and on social media at this time, but she claims she was bound, and Quincy and Gannon left late that night on Monday evening.
Was out there and nobody saw him. I tell you what you're going to need to do. You're going to need to figure out what you're going to do when they find Gannon, because that's what you need to worry about.
When they find Gannon.
When they find Gannon,
Really?
no matter what's happened to the boy or where he's at, when they find him, you better get to step in, because you got to worry about what's going to happen. Okay?
Really? That's
Yeah.
a threat? Because
No, I'm telling you about the police.
okay. If that's how you want to take it, then, and you don't want any help, that's
Yeah,
fine.
because we're going to find him. And how the hell would you know they're barking up the wrong tree? You keep saying they're looking in the wrong place.
You don't ask me. I'm the wrong tree.
But that doesn't make any sense. They're looking where you supposedly told them Quincy Brown got in the truck at. What the fuck, Tisha? That's the exact tree you're looking at.
I said me. I was talking about me.
Yeah, but you keep
I
saying,
don't.
no, that's not true. You said,
In there, Quincy hasn't.
you told me yesterday they're looking at Palmer Lake and Douglas County and in all these fields, and they're barking up the wrong tree. That's what you told me, not anybody else.
You dumbass. He hasn't in Colorado Springs.
Where at? How do you know where he's at if you don't know Quincy Brown? If you're not involved, if you don't know what's going on,
Not involved.
you just fucking told on yourself.
She sure did. And welcome so much, Sherry. Thank you for becoming a member. Hi, Pointer Lover. Hi, Jinx. So this is, again, another thing that does not make sense. Letecia says she's being followed. She's being threatened so much that Quincy Brown is outside of her hotel screaming, "Where's the reward?" Yet at the same time, she's simultaneously saying they're looking in the wrong direction. They're following my every move. If she was truly being followed by Quincy and threatened, then she would want them to look into where she is, because that would lead to where Quincy is.
You just told on yourself. You know where Gannon's at and you're fucking lying.
I don't know where Gannon's at.
You just said he's in Colorado Springs.
I said Quincy Brown lives in Colorado Springs, apparently.
Now you're fucking twisting the words again, Tisha. Okay, where's Gannon?
I don't have Gannon. You can curse me out, call me whatever you want, fuck all the bitches you want, do whatever you want, because I don't care about you.
Good. I don't want you to. You got my son, and you know where he's at, and I need to find my son. You obviously don't care about my son if you're going to do all the things you did in that fucking candle video. That was bullshit. That's the same shit you try to do to me, and you did it to my son. That was horrible. You should go to jail just for that shit, Tisha.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fucking abuse, and you know it.
Mm-hmm.
And that little boy, no, you had him crying when all he thought he had made was an accident, and you had him thinking he was going to have to sell his Switch and his toys on the fucking video you put out there. I didn't see that. You put it out there. That's your fucking abuse.
You didn't think he was going to sell his Switch?
Yeah, that's,
Crazy.
or what, well, that was where it was going, the couch, or we got to sell this or that. I heard your words. And I heard you make him cry too. Where's my son?
Crying.
Where's my son? Where is he, Tisha? Why are you pausing?
You don't care where he's at, so it don't matter.
I do care. I told you where I think he's at. You told me he wasn't there. You said they're barking up the wrong tree, and then you said he is in Colorado Springs. You said that. Not me, not the police, not nobody else. You said it. That's why you said they're barking up the wrong tree, because you know where he's at. And you need to tell me.
I wish I did.
You're a fucking liar. Tell me where he's at.
I wish I did, so that I bring him to you and say to you how you really were a supportive husband.
Uh-huh. And that's how she told on herself time and time again. I wish I knew where Gannon was at so I could bring him to you and show you. Thanks for being such a supportive husband. Not that, thank God, I got Gannon home safely. I could love him. I could kiss him. No, so I could rub him in your face, just like the Spencer Wilson interview. I hope Gannon can come home. If there's anything I could say to him, is you're going to all owe me a big apology, right? A big apology. She's sick. And you want to know what's even sicker? Just like Al called her out on that candle photo, right? The candle video. Letecia put that out herself. She could not even gauge how fucked up that video was. Al is confronting her on that, right? And saying that that was abuse. Like, it's a video you put out. You're getting in his head. You're manipulating him and saying we're going to have to sell things like the Switch, right? Letecia released that video thinking it helped her. She was so twisted and fucked up. She could not even understand how abusive that video was. What do you mean, Angel D? What did she do to Al with it? What do you mean, what did she do to Al?
You listen. This is the same shit that we've been going through for 5 years, and I've supported you through it.
All I want to do is talk about me and Albert.
No, I want my son. Fuck all that other shit. I want my son. Who cares about the past 5 years? You're right. Who gives a fuck?
You right now, and I had absolutely nothing to do with it. You still fucking trying to blame it on me.
But Tisha, that's just not an option. You've lied to me. Okay.
Oh, when Al says that you've tried that candle shit with me, hi, lovely LaQuinn. He's not literally referring to the candle incident versus you've tried that shit with me, that reverse psychology, that abuse, that Gannon didn't do anything. But Letecia has Gannon in that video apologizing, believing it's his fault. She's portraying the hero, right? Like, I'll have to sell this stuff, you know, like we're going to have to figure it out. So he's not literally referring to you did that candle incident with me versus you've done that abusive dynamic, that back and forth, that reverse psychology. You are abusive. You've done it to me. You're welcome.
Well, I'm not blaming you, but you've lied to me. That's unacceptable. Okay. The truth is, I need my son, and you have information.
I'm sorry that I didn't want to get killed. Hey, I'm sorry.
So you didn't want to get killed, so you let him take Gannon? All right. What?
I'm talking about by talking from the beginning.
But you were talking from the beginning. You did an interview from day one. Okay. So no.
I didn't want to get killed. I didn't want everyone I knew to get killed. If I started talking and
see, even right there, it's concerning how Letecia doesn't understand. That is horrible. Any parent, not even a parent, I believe that any decent person would put themselves on the line to save a child. I believe that. Letecia, in her mind, can rationalize, I did this because I didn't want to get killed. I didn't want everyone I knew to get killed, because that's what she's claiming. Yet you're admitting you let Gannon be taken to protect your own ass. She can't even gauge how fucking wrong that is. She thinks, yeah, this is a rational explanation. No, it's not. You allowed Gannon to be kidnapped, taken, beaten, everything by your own admission. And this is a lie, right? This isn't even the truth. So she truly can't even understand how fucking warped this is.
Some fucking random Quincy Brown, okay? Come on. Some Quincy Brown from mugshots is
Yeah.
going to kill us all.
Have you looked him up?
Yeah, he's on fucking mugshots right there on Google. All you got to do is Google or Siri, show me Quincy Brown, and there he is. Bam, right in front of you. Okay? What the fuck, teacher?
Okay.
Just like I found all that shit on Mike Hyatt. All I had to do was Google Mike Hyatt, and there
No,
it
I
was,
didn't
right in
see
front of me.
that.
I didn't have to do no search. It was right there.
Nor do I want to see that, Terry. But I believe that, like Al has previously said, how Letecia would record him during fights and too, and the gaslighting and the manipulating, which makes me frustrated. Why didn't he stay with her? But I believe she absolutely did record them during their custodial issue, but I just wouldn't want to watch it because it's not my business, you know, with that shit.
Because I'm telling you, I'm not fucking stupid. That's what I'm telling you.
Don't go after all options, then you must be fucking stupid.
Yeah, I'm stupid to let you send me in 27 different directions. You're right. That's stupid. You're absolutely right. I know that you know where Gannon is, and that's the direction I'm going, and I'm not changing. So you better buckle in. This is going to be it.
You'll be waiting a long time because I don't have him.
I didn't say you had him, Tisha. See, that's where you keep twisting your words. I didn't say you had him. I said, tell me where he is.
Where Gannon's at?
Oh, okay.
It doesn't even pick up the frequency of her ring.
Okay.
Because don't him. And I don't know where he's at.
Hi, am I a fan?
I do that every day.
But you just said he's in Colorado Springs, so make your mind up.
The Quincy guy
So
No, Carolina.
at me. What about be a man, be a husband, and freaking go there and say, hey, listen, can we detain this Quincy guy? And
This is how fucked up she is. Quincy Brown is not the guy. But she turns it on Al. Such a fucking If you were a real man, you would go and find Quincy yourself and ask him, where's your son?
ask him some questions.
yeah, fine, we'll do that. But my manhood's not in question here. The truth is in question here. Okay, you said Quincy Brown is in Colorado Springs, and you said Quincy Brown has Gannon because he's messaging you and wants a reward. Okay, so if you put
Message me. I said he left messages.
that's a message.
You
Okay,
said
okay.
messages.
I'm not gonna split hairs with you about stupid shit now. He got word to you somehow. He said something to you somehow. Okay, but you told me he has him. He's let you know he had him, and he's in Colorado.
This is how petty Letecia is. I never said he was messaging me. You said he messaged you. Yeah, he messaged me, but he wasn't messaging me. Tisha. Thank you, my fellow Melissa. Thank you so much for becoming a member. We're so happy to have you part of the channel. Thank you. Hi, Dion. Hi, Double M. It's that play of the words. I know we spoke about this yesterday. Whenever you repeat back to her what she's saying, just in a very direct way, she gets mad. You say Quincy messaged you, right? But you don't like when he says he was messaging you. What the fuck's the difference? Because it makes it seem like you are in communication versus receiving messages. It's, yeah, gaslighting.
Colorado Springs, and he wants money. Okay, but then you say, I don't know where Gannon's at. Which one is it?
He says he has Gannon.
He says he has Gannon, and he's in Colorado Springs.
But I would even be willing to put my life on the line to freaking go out and carry to wherever the meat's gotta be, knowing that somebody might shoot me.
All right, listen, I'm about to end my rope here. Okay, you're fucking lying, and I'm done with it. Okay.
Okay.
You haven't even told me where you're at. I mean, there's so many freaking lies. You say help me protect me. God damn it, you're not in Colorado Springs, Tisha. Send me your location right now. Then send me your location right now. Quit fucking playing. Send it to me on my phone. Take a picture.
So you want me to send you my location?
I've offered.
Save your family.
Yeah.
She'll be doing.
Yep. All right, listen. Obviously, this gap between us ain't getting no closer because you won't tell me where my son is. So I'm done. You got anything else to say before I hang up on you? Good. Don't email me. Don't call me. Don't message me. Don't use my name in the media. Don't say shit about me until you tell me where my son is.
Amen.
Mr. Allen?
Mr. Allen? Yes.
Mr. Stauch, if you'd resume your seat in the witness stand.
You
Randy, sir, that
rang.
you're still under oath.
I'm going to be listening. I'm going to go make my pizza while I'm listening. So I'll be right back.
Come on,
Mr.
teacher.
Stauch, in that
Shut up.
particular phone call, you made a comment about the candle incident and that the defendant was doing the same thing to Gannon that she did to you. What were you talking about there?
Manipulation.
Meaning the defendant manipulating situations?
The defendant manipulating situations, as I witnessed in that video, her doing to Gannon.
Sounds like potentially the defendant sent you a text message to tell you who this Quincy Brown was. Did that happen in that phone
During
call?
that phone call, yes, sir.
Did you then do a Google search for Quincy Brown?
I believe I did on the spot, yes, sir.
And what did you find when you Googled Quincy Brown?
Exactly what I referenced. I call it mugshots, but like, lineup.com or mugshots.com, whatever it was specifically, but his face next to a bunch of other people that have been arrested.
Was that essentially a sex offender that was wanted in the Colorado Springs area?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever have any independent knowledge that Quincy Brown was somehow involved in Gannon's disappearance?
No, sir.
You asked the defendant in there, or actually the defendant, I'm sorry, said that she was in Colorado Springs. Did you know where she was at that time?
No, sir.
Did you think she was in Colorado Springs?
No, sir.
And then similar to the other calls, her personality that she was using in that phone call, was it consistent with the way you know her?
Absolutely.
Did she ever change into a different personality?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. We will move on to, Your Honor, People's Exhibit 40, which is another recorded phone call, February 14th, 2020, 1:21 p.m.
All right. Mr. Stauch, you can go ahead and step down. Thank you, sir.
And this is just short of 16 minutes, Judge.
Okay, let's do it.
Got my peanut butter sandwich.
I hate mine too.
Got the peanut butter. We got the peanut butter. That was our gruesing. We got our John gruesing that we heard in the background, and see, these calls are clipped. We know that in the full context of the call, it was like between hanging up, and then we hear gruesing talk about his peanut butter sandwich. My man, we got gruesing. I can't wait for gruesing to come up on the stand.
Got my peanut butter sandwich.
I hate mine too.
I hate mine too.
Hello?
Are you still alone?
What?
Are you still alone?
Yes. Okay, here, you asked for one more chance. Here it is. I'm going to shut up. You just say what you got to say. I ain't going to say shit. It's your chance.
Yep, just peanut butter.
What's that noise?
That's my water bottle.
It's amazing to me that, and we know something that's consistent with these calls is Letecia still questioning Al. Who are you with? What are you doing? You don't want to be with your wife? Like, she was so desperately trying to just control him. And you know that that's indicative of their entire relationship.
Do you love me?
Yes.
Oh my God. It is teacup cranking. Threatening peanut butter night. Yeah, Jennifer, definitely. Of course, Melanie. Come on, Tisha.
All right.
About time. Me
If
too.
you know it's an accident, are you going to stand by me?
Yes, absolutely, Tisha. I've told you that from day one.
I'm sorry for all the stories. I just didn't know what to do.
Okay, hold on. I'm pausing it right there. Remember when Al in the last call referred to like, this is what you did when you stole $8,000 from me. For 2 weeks, you denied, and then it was, oh, I'm so sorry. It makes more and more sense every time I go through it. Like, she really did get away with this. It worked every other time. She denied the $8,000 to the point where it was, okay, do you love me? I'm sorry. Like, and God only knows what she told him and stuff. This is the same with the staging a break-in, right? She staged a break-in to the point where she claimed she shot at this person. It's scary what happens when you let someone get away with such bad behavior for so long. It builds up and up and up to where she thought she could get away with murder. Oh, that's not the judge beyond the veil in the bottom left. That's the host of the channel I'm playing. This isn't the judge. This is Werner. And this. Oh man.
I said we were going to get your bike. I was like, get it right. It was really big, so I kind of peek.
Yeah, the judge eating beef. I think that's actually really funny. Imagine sitting there thinking bottom left is the judge. Like, damn, this judge is not having it. You see him eating fucking pizza, and like his facial reaction is like, damn, and he's making comments every now and then. That's not the judge. I'm playing it from his channel, and I'll drop the link, but that would be funny as fuck. If that really was the judge. Oh man.
You fell off of it. It hurt bad. You know so much about like kills and stuff.
Come on.
What? I didn't hear you. What?
I said when he fell, he got hurt because there was like and stuff. The guy was helping him ride the bike.
Tisha, babe, what, how bad did he get hurt?
How bad it was, he was bleeding.
Where was he bleeding from?
His arms, his knees, his head.
So his head was bleeding? And this, oh God.
He promised me he was going to go back to his house and get some bandages and call 911 because we had accidentally left him all in Petco. I swear to God, Quincy's real.
So what happened, baby?
I didn't know they got hurt. I didn't have a phone to call 911. They're supposed to be taking him back and I called 911.
So the guy took him to take him to 911?
swear to God, his name's gonna be right. That's the guy was supposed to be meeting again.
The Craigslist guy?
Yeah.
And you met him where? Like up in wherever that
Those messages. My actual phone was flashed, you guys. I was scared he didn't come back with it.
so keep going. I'm sorry.
I thought if I was like, I'll go back
I would love to know
and
the
I'll
end
just
of
go
that.
keep searching. I spent the whole night driving down to find him.
She's pregnant. She needs
In
to
my truck?
calm down.
Sure, I'm sorry for these stories. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want you to hate me.
Why would I hate you if it wasn't your fault?
Because I couldn't get to him. And I was bleeding from his hands and knees. It was an accident.
Okay. So to start over. This is really hard to hear. Okay, but so you left Petco.
You don't talk to me like that. Where you're going to go down this road and chastise me and tell me.
I'm not. You're telling me the truth now.
This is the truth. All my job. This is the truth.
Okay, and I believe you now because this. Thank you for telling me the truth. This means the world to me, and where was this at? Like, what exit? You mentioned the exit yesterday. What exit was this at?
It was like 163. I don't know. It's on my phone.
Okay, so if you can reach out to them and then give you your phone, then they could find it, right? Can you think of a landmark? Just like help me find him, babe. Just help me, because I can go search. I can go right now and search.
That's the only reason I asked for immunity, because I think it was an accident and I wasn't trying to cover up anything. I was trying to figure out why he took him. What if I said something like you saw it hurt us in the house or something? I'm not. They would start looking for him.
When the guy,
I wanted to try to bike out and he needed help because the bike was too big. And you want to know why I've been gone? Why my car's been in that direction? I've been driving up and down there all the time until they took my car. Driving to do anything I can find, anything. Driving to find this dude. I even got into the police department and they were like, yeah, because he's wanted. If you know where he's at, let me know. So nobody tried to help me.
Mm-hmm.
Because before I would do anything, I made him show me his ID. Because I was making sure.
Before I did anything, I made this criminal show me his ID. You know, because I was just making sure. I didn't know you can stop a crime as it's being committed and ask for identification. That's very interesting. Hell yeah, Melissa, what you making?
Just wanted to get you a bite today, that's all.
I just wanted to get you a bite.
but Tisha, hold on. You went to his house, or where did you meet this guy at? Quincy Brown or whatever. Because if you went to his house, they could absolutely.
Please.
I'm listening.
I need to tell you.
Okay.
He said to me that he would be off that exit. When I turn off the exit, you can look.
Okay.
I turned off the exit left because I thought that was the direction, but he thought I was coming from south. from north. So I turned on right and went towards the other direction. And I didn't see anyone with a bike in a store.
Okay. So there was a store?
He said there was a store. I said I didn't see
Oh.
anyone with a bike in a store.
Oh,
So I went the other direction.
I got you.
When I went the other direction, I see him with the bike. And I said, hey, there's the guy with the bike. And I made him show me his ID. And legit, we talked. Some kind of biking. And this was a tour bike. And I got a little nervous because I said, why would he have some tour bike and he's trying to sell it? You know, like, I was asking him questions like, did you not ride anymore? Did you get hurt? You know, like these stories I was asking him. Then I realized I didn't have the phone because I had left it at Petco. So then, Gannon was like high-fiving him and talking to him and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay.
So I assume, nice guy.
I assume
Until he was taking care.
I assume nice guy. I mean, why would your spawn be giving him a 5 of high if he wasn't a nice guy, right?
And then just helping him get on the bike to ride it. I was holding on to it just so he could see. And he was like, do you think your daddy will like this bike? Then the next thing you know, whenever they both slid, he slid with Gannon in the bike. And Gannon went not necessarily tumbling, but sliding down and he hit his head. And I ran over there. I was just trying to help because I don't want to hurt him.
Yes, Harley. For Alvo, for Valentine's Day. She never does, Mindy.
He was like, I live right up here. I'll go take him and we'll go. And I'm just still sitting there crying and crying. They gotta see me get off the exit. That's why I've been adamant about you finding this dude.
Okay, you have not been.
All right. So so you got off exit 163?
Nope, it was whatever county line or some shit like that was
Oh,
called.
that county line road or whatever we always take. It was on that road.
No, you had to turn off of that road. I went the wrong way to start with, so I turned right because he thought I was coming from the direction. I was supposed to turn right.
But this was the exit off 25 that you turned the wrong way, or off of County Line Road?
Off of 25, you can get off and go both directions.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to narrow down so I can go look, but So was there anything else besides you said he scraped his knees, he scraped his elbows, he busted his head, and he had the burns on his arms.
Well, there was some bad burns, Albert. The burns were just little bubbles from the fire.
Just little
that
bubbles.
had nothing to do with it. Now maybe it could have scraped.
Okay, hold on. No questions are stupid questions. Please always ask. That's what we're here for, to be able to help each other understand, answer questions. No question is stupid. Where did the bike go if Gannon got hurt trying it out? Did the guy kidnap Gannon and put his bike in the back of his vehicle? That's a great question. Too bad it's all a fucking lie, right? So it's not a stupid question at all. It's just a stupid lie, right? This is shit Letecia never thinks about. The same way she said that the guy jumped into her moving vehicle, except the model vehicle that she was driving automatically locks and it will not unlock while in motion. She doesn't think about this stuff. But yeah, apparently the guy must have, in the midst of helping Gannon, threw the bike in the back of the vehicle at the same time. So there's no evidence.
Scraped them open some because he already had them, but Gannon was fine. He was talking to me. He wasn't complaining with any kind of pain.
Oh, he wasn't complaining?
I would have took him straight to the doctor if the burns would have had any kind of pain to him.
Okay.
Sure.
That's the only reason I didn't ask you for any kind of immunity because I committed some kind of crimes. I just know that it was an accident. All I did was someone was trying to help me. And then I didn't know where he went from there.
What? So, the one I'm worried the most about is the freaking head wound because what was it? How bad was he bleeding?
It was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
Like it was. Tell me bad. Is bad like blood's dripping down his face, or bad like he's laying there and there's a puddle, or what?
Oh, like dripping down his face.
What did you do anything to wrap around his head or anything?
Yes, my clothes I had on had blood on them.
The clothes you had on?
Yeah.
Incriminating yourself once again. The clothes I had on had blood on them. Yeah, they did. Where are they, Tisha?
Okay. So
I was like, oh my god, we gotta call 911.
was this on the road or was this at the station? Like where?
Show you to explain where. I don't know my way around Colorado.
Okay, I was just trying to figure out if there's blood on the road. Maybe we could find blood on the road or something. That's all I was saying.
Searching.
Okay.
Somewhere.
I agree. I agree they should find it. So where on his head? Like was it the side or back of his head? What?
I don't know. I was panicked.
Okay, so you were panicking. So an accident happened and you panicked, right?
I was panicking.
Okay.
I didn't have a phone.
Right. And did he have a phone?
He said he would run back to his house. He had Gannon, said he'd run back to his house, wrap it up tight, and he would call 911.
Okay.
Gannon was talking.
Okay. So he took Gannon to his house is what he told you, right? And you did you stay where you were or did you follow him or what?
Hey, B Crumbs.
Babe.
She's like, shit, I gotta think about that.
Mr. Allen?
Haven't got to
I
that
would
part in
just
the
have
law.
Mr. Stout come back to the stand.
Mr. Stauch, if you'd resume your seat in the witness stand, I remind you, sir, that you're still under oath.
I've never seen a witness.
Judge, I'm not sure if I said it, but that was actually exhibit number 40 that we played, which was that February 14th.
Thank you.
We're going all the way to number 59 eventually, as far as phone calls go. There might be some skips in the numbers.
Oh,
Mr.
yay!
Stout, in this particular phone call, you hear the defendant
Congratulations on your
sounding
job.
potentially like
The
crying.
love.
Did that sound like legitimate crying to you?
It did to me.
You made a comment that you're telling me the truth now. Was that an honest statement to you or from you, or was this you
Don't
trying to
ask
get
questions,
her to
MK.
just keep talking?
Yeah, more of a tactic to keep her going.
Yeah, she has to check her notes.
The as you're talking to the defendant in that particular phone call, was her personality consistent with the way you knew her personality?
Yes, sir.
Did she change it to any different personalities during that phone call?
No, sir.
All right.
I've slowed down the chat for everybody just a little bit.
Is this the first time in this phone call that the defendant gives you any indication that Gannon suffered a head injury?
Yes, this is the first indication of his head injury. Yes, sir.
And then in conjunction with other injuries that she mentioned, and that was burns to.
Well, no, because that was a lie too, Aaliyah, because Lena was riding Gannon's bike when Letecia did not let her come inside. So it was just another lie, Aaliyah. It was just another lie. There was no, I don't know if she ever, there was no Google searches given to us that show that she was ever searching for a bike on Craigslist. So I just think the whole bike story was a lie and another way to manipulate Al, because you see how she keeps saying, I was just trying to get you a bike. I was just trying to get you a bike. She was just trying to do something nice for you, I did this all for you. It was my kind self that got me in this situation to begin with. Yes, royalty nails. If you allow her the room to talk, she will go, 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 go. It's the moment that you slow her down and repeat her words back to her or ask for any detail that she gets nasty. Yeah, she was blaming Al by proxy. Exactly, girl next door.
To her arm, to his arms that bubbled,
Yes.
and then also bleeding
Melissa,
from his
yes.
butt very early on.
Yes, sir.
In that phone call, do you remember when the defendant describes having blood on her clothes and using her clothing to stop the bleeding on Gannon's head?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever see anything that corroborated
Yep, Aaliyah.
that version of the story, such as any clothes with bloodstains on them when you got home from Oklahoma?
I did not. No, sir.
Okay.
Next call.
Or may I approach with People's Exhibit 49?
Yeah,
You
Chris.
may go ahead.
Hey, Sprinkle Dog Nut, drive C.
Mr. Stauch, I'm showing you People's Exhibit. You can split through that and let me know.
And Letecia never picks up her head once, right? Right, Angel D, right. I know, Melissa, I know. Lena still lives with Al.
Okay, I'm finished.
Do you recognize what is marked as People's Exhibit 49?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
It's a book full of text messages between myself and the defendant.
Is the date range for this
Not
particular
yet,
group
Lisa
of text
Mold.
messages that basically February 29th through March 1st of 2020?
Those are the texts I showed you guys.
If you look at the timestamps on them.
Yes, it is.
Are those fair and accurate representations of the text messages that she sent, or at least came from her phone and that you responded with?
Yes, sir.
All right, move for admission of People's Exhibit 49.
Defense. Exhibit 49 will be admitted. Go ahead.
May I approach the witness with People's Exhibit 206?
Yes.
Judge, for the record, as Mr. Stout first, before I start that, flip through that and then let me know when you're done. And Judge, what we're doing with this particular exhibit is just pre-qualification. His portion of these text messages will actually admit this later through a different witness.
Okay.
Thanks.
Do you recognize that item?
Yes, sir.
What do you recognize that as?
It's communications between myself and Harley's phone.
Harley Hunt?
Harley Hunt.
Okay.
Between her
That's
phone.
And what I'm asking you specifically for your portion of this exhibit, the text messages that came from you or from your phone, do those appear to be fair and accurate representations of your communications?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. And may I retrieve that?
Yes.
Mr. Stout, how much time did you spend with this defendant? Just total
Yeah.
time from the start of your relationship until all of this happened?
Like we mentioned yesterday, we started dating in early 2014. So roughly 6 years.
6 years.
During that time, did you spend a lot of in-person time with her?
Absolutely.
Did that give you an opportunity to observe her mental condition?
Yes, sir.
Besides just, we all have different weird idiosyncrasies. Did you ever see anything that went beyond just our own individual personality traits
No,
in the
sir.
defendant?
No, sir.
No DID?
Did you ever see an opportunity or have an opportunity to observe the defendant, whether she could understand the difference between right and wrong?
Absolutely.
Can you tell the jury about that?
Obviously, throughout our relationship, I think to some moments immediately preceding January 27th. I mean, she took the kids to, the defendant took the kids on a hike. She made it there safely. Kids made it home safely. Obviously didn't, from my knowledge, didn't get a ticket, so obeyed all of the traffic laws on the way there and the way back. Even that morning of the 27th, we talked about Gannon and the switch, as we've seen with some text messages. Some right and wrong issues there about how we disciplined him with the taking the switch away for whatever his offense was in that moment. And I communicated with the defendant about that punishment specifically and how to manage that. After the events of the 27th, I just think to how much the defendant pressed me about what was right in our relationship, how I should take her side and what was right and wrong and how I was managing that whole piece of it. Something that stands out more than anything is, as the defendant said to me in one of these phone calls, I think one we heard yesterday, that she didn't allow Lena back in the house.
Yep.
When Lena got home from school. I don't know any reason why she would have not allowed Lena back in the house.
Yeah, Carolina.
Other than I don't know. There's something going on that she didn't want Lena to see. If there was nothing going on in that house, why could Lena not have come in the house that day when she got home from school?
Okay, and we're going to get more into that in just
Sure.
a minute, but I appreciate you bringing that up.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
You lived with her in South Carolina, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you need a cup of water or anything?
I'm okay.
Okay. You lived with the defendant in South Carolina, Colorado, also spent time with her in Alaska.
Yes, sir.
Did the defendant follow the laws in all of those places?
Yes, sir.
You went on trips. You mentioned that yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Who would typically plan the trips?
She would plan and organize just about every trip or vacation we went on, and she was very good at it and was able to get us to, the port on time for cruises, to the terminal on time for plane trips, and organize rental cars. We always get it there and back on time. I mean, always, exactly what we needed to do.
So
time-wise.
she was able to set up an itinerary and then follow the itinerary
Yes, sir.
with no troubles.
Never.
You mentioned, the discipline with the switch, Gannon's gaming system.
Yes, sir.
Was it very typical for her to be engaged with disciplining the kids, both Gannon, Lena, and even Harley if she needed it?
Yes, sir.
Can you give the jury some examples of that beyond just the switch?
Well, that was just our typical source of punishment, was to take away
Yeah, okay,
iPad
that's
or
what I was
Switch
thinking.
or our TV
Of
time.
course, Melanie.
If they didn't follow the rules or didn't do chores as was prescribed to them. She was also had a very, very meticulous about the kids' schedule. Hey, when you get home, this is the right thing to do. You come home, come in the house, have your snack, do your homework. And there was, not rewards necessarily, but repercussions if they didn't follow that prescribed schedule for them on a daily basis.
What about during the time frame so if we're going to narrow the scope of what we're talking about here, Mr. Stauch, the time frame as we get to January 2020, and especially that Saturday night when you left up to DIA, did you ever have any concerns that she was having this crack in her mental health?
No, sir.
What would you have done if you had observed some major crack in her mental health?
I would not have gone on that trip. I did have the flexibility to cancel my training and move it to another time if need be. I would not have left the house and not left the kids there if I had any concerns or she showed signs of a mental crack approaching.
And at any time,
I'll answer at the end, Melanie.
during your relationship with the defendant, did you ever see her have some major crack in her mental health condition?
No, sir.
Craters, snot rocket.
Did you know her to have any severe mental illnesses?
No, sir.
I want to ask you what you just got into a little bit ago, and that is in relation to January 27th. Was there a period of time in the afternoon of that day when you were trying to get a hold of the defendant?
Yes, sir.
How were you trying to get a hold of her?
I remember making a phone call or two. I don't remember how many specifically, but that was just not answered.
And also text messages?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever get an answer during that window of time from mid-afternoon of the 27th?
I don't remember specifically when. I know at some point in that afternoon, we had a conversation about, I wanted some new headphones, and we talked about what an appropriate price range would be, and where is a good place for me to go look, whether I was on base or at the PX or the Apple store or whatever. So once again, another conversation about what is right, wrong, appropriate. But I don't remember specifically when that happened. I just remember it was that afternoon after I got out of class.
When you look back on it now, does that seem significant to you?
It was as soon as all this started happening, that was a very significant moment.
Does that coincide
Right,
with your
little
understanding of when what you just described, that the defendant would not let Lena in the house after getting home from school? Is that the same time frame?
Is the same. I don't know exactly when that conversation happened. I'd have to see a timestamp on that.
Okay.
But generally in the same time frame, Monday afternoon, January 27th, 2020.
Okay. May I have just a moment?
You may.
Oh, YouTube could absolutely affect your mental health. That's
See
why
if
I said
they're,
I'll answer at the end.
Reaching the end of the questioning for this witness. This is still the first witness on the stand.
I know Secret Forest, and that's also, I don't think Al truly, he was aware of the issues, but I do not think he still, even at this moment at trial, grasped how far those issues went. I'm sure she portrayed herself to you as doing X, Y, and Z routine for those kids, but I don't believe that. I think they knew on their own, right, to do this. But by his own admission, Letecia wouldn't even get home till like 7 o'clock at night. Like the kids fended for themselves. Hi, Curious Christine. Smooth, Sherry, all the way. Smooth. You look bored, Tisha.
So, Mr. Stauch, the last thing I wanted to save for you was, what is your opinion as to the defendant's sanity at the time of this event, and just generally speaking?
I believe is and was 100% absolutely sane based on all the things I witnessed and I've laid out. I have no other indication for anything else.
And when you say it that way, are you talking about in the totality of your relationship?
From the time I met her till even today.
Okay. And then very specifically to when you left on January 26th, January 25th, you left the house on that Saturday. What is your opinion as to her sanity on January 25th?
100% sane.
What about January 26th?
Same thing, 100% sane.
And January 27th, when Gannon went missing?
Sane.
Okay, thank you. That's all I have, Your Honor.
Cross-examination, Mr. Tellini.
Ooh,
Sure.
we're on cross.
Okay, this is the first time we get a little peek at what's going to happen here.
We were heartless.
Let me switch to this just for a minute. I don't want to show the judge because you can read his lips as he's speaking to them. So
Recovery Addict was really respectful. He didn't have to turn away from Judge Werner when they did their sidebar. But I he was very respectful of the court process. So Diamond Heart, here's the thing. I can't tell you specifically why Al got custody of Lena after this. I know that Landon and Al had a nasty custody battle after Gannon's passing, which is very sad. That's why I'm so appreciative that they are healed and have somewhat of a good relationship. But they do not want to uproot a child that is established at a home. Lena was established with her father for the past few years at the time that they did their custodial battle. They change and uprooting a child is something that a judge is not going to opt to do unless there is a reason to do so. Now, having a good lawyer comes into play. Good job, consistency, things like that. I don't know what the specifics are, but unless there was a significant reason to remove Lena from the home, which of course we're all going to sit here and say, hello, you know, like, you know, what happened with Gannon, but I don't know what the specifics are. I don't know.
So direct is over now. We're now on cross. First cross. Ooh, says Armas. Yes, it's gonna get interesting really quickly. 7. Wow. Some notes.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our lunch break early, and then we will come back for cross.
All right. We got like 25 more minutes before Bendy starts. So let me pull up the second video for cross-examination. I'm really excited for cross. So prosecution rests with Al. Well, they'll have the option, the opportunity to redirect, but we're doing cross for Al. Direct is over. 1 second. Letecia. Okay. Part 2. Okay.
Training that can help.
From Al.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. When we took our break this morning, we had finished the direct examination of Mr. Stauch. At this point in time, the defense has an opportunity to cross-examine Mr. Stauch, and that's where we will begin. Mr. Tellini.
Good afternoon, Mr. Stauch. I know this is emotional and difficult, so I'm going to try to keep my questions somewhat brief. If at any time you don't understand any of my questions, just ask me to
Leticia's looking up
them.
now, though.
A lot of my questions will be kind of.
I want you to notice the difference in Leticia's body behavior at this point. Hi, Trish. Thank you. She is up, attentive, and she's looking at Al. Okay. Just watch the difference.
Kind of yes or no answers. And if there's anything that you think you need to elaborate on, once I'm done, Mr. Allen's going to be able to get up and ask you what's called redirect. And so be able to, anything that you think needs to be added on or clarified, Mr. Allen will have the opportunity to do that. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to kind of go back. I'm going to do this somewhat chronologically. I'm going to go back to 2014 when you first met Ms. Stauch. And at that point in time, you were going through a divorce, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that it had kind of been initiated, but not finalized legally?
I mean, in South Carolina, there's a 1-year waiting period in a no-fault type divorce situation. And we were in that period. So
okay.
Yes, sir.
So you guys, physically, you guys had been separated, but you're waiting for the legality of the divorce to conclude.
Yeah, the final date of the divorce.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And were you in the military at that point in time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And also one of the things that you did for enjoyment and recreation is you played softball.
Yes, sir.
How many teams did you play on?
Oh, I couldn't even give you a number. We played year round.
Okay.
Myself and Landon and the defendant, co-ed, men's, women's league, whatever. We played year round pretty much.
And that's when you first met Ms. Stauch?
Yes, on that fall 2013 team is the first time I ever remember having interactions with her.
And she was a pretty good softball player?
Yes, sir.
And in fact, later on, when you guys moved here, she ended up actually helping coach out the Whitefield softball team.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then in the spring, summer 2014,
Yep, Grace, Christine.
the relationship progressed to a romantic relationship.
Yes, sir.
And at that point in time, you were kind of more or less living by yourself.
Well, as I explained yesterday, I still owned my house. I call it the marital residence with Landon, and which sold in the August timeframe.
Okay.
So I was in, and we had every other week custody arrangement with Miss Hyatt or with Landon at that point. So I was in my house 1 week at a time.
And then after you moved from your house, then Landon kind of was the primary caretaker, custodian of Gannon and Lena, correct?
She had the majority of the parenting time in the custody arrangement. Yes.
Okay. And then they would come with you guys for, a weekend here, a weekend. Was it every weekend or every other weekend, or?
I got them, if I remember correctly, I got them every Wednesday night and then every other weekend. Okay. My parenting time. And I usually picked them up from school, dropped them off back at school the next day or whatever.
Sure. And you guys were all living, this is all in Myrtle Beach, correct?
In that general area. Landon was a little bit outside of Myrtle Beach, but yeah, we were all in that general area.
Okay. And I think you described, yesterday, especially, at the beginning, the relationship was fun, fresh, and it was a good time. And it was, that'd be correct?
Yes, sir.
And it seemed it had progressed pretty quickly.
Yes, sir.
And then, so you start dating kind of in 2014, and then by 2015, you guys had moved in together.
Yeah, we got married in January 2015.
Okay. So move pretty quickly. And then at some point in time, you ended up filing for you to be the primary custodian parent of Gannon and Lena.
Yes, sir.
And you did that because you had some safety concerns.
Just some reservations about different things Landon was doing. And so I took it to the courts. Yes, sir.
I mean, you had some concerns that there's criminal activity going on in our house.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you had some concerns about drug use going on in the house.
Yes, sir.
As it relates to the relationship.
And I'll bring it there.
I think I see where it's going, overruled.
And you had some concerns
Look at her
about, is it Mike
smirking.
Hyatt or Hoyt?
Hyatt.
And that was the person who you're just referencing in those phone calls, correct?
Yes, sir.
That you
Here's
looked up.
the thing, Tisha. They don't have to prove they were perfect. They don't have to be perfect. We make a lot of mistakes as parents. Landon got her shit together, though. You do recover. They don't have to be perfect. It does not take away what you did. But look at her perked up and attentive and interesting, right? Because let's drag Landon.
When you'd seen his mugshots and so forth.
Yes, sir.
And that's who Landon was living with at that
Yeah,
point.
Carolina.
Who was living with?
With Landon, that's who Landon was living with.
Landon, as far as I know, yes, sir.
Okay. And you thought it would be, because of those safety concerns, you wanted Gannon and Lena to come live with you and Miss Stauch.
Yes, sir.
Because you thought that would be a safer environment for your two children.
Yes, sir.
And when you filed for custody, it wasn't just custody for you, but also Miss Stauch was given custody as well.
When I filed for it, or when I filed for it, it was between me and Landon.
Okay.
So this is just to clarify.
Okay, but then she was eventually legally
Look at
granted
her with her eyes.
custody.
There was an arrangement where the kids in 2018, in the fall semester of 2018, we owned a house in Myrtle Beach, as I referenced yesterday. Because the defendant did not want to permanently move to Alaska, we kept that other residence as well. And the kids did stay there with the defendant for a few, most of that first semester or that fall semester.
So for the entire fall semester while you were in Alaska, Ms. Stauch was a primary caregiver and custodian of the two kids.
In Myrtle Beach, yes.
Myrtle Beach, yes. And part of that also was so they could also be in proximity with their mother as well.
Yeah, it's more complicated than the defendant just got custody of the kids. There's a whole
a lot of factors.
Yes, a lot of variables there. Yes, sir.
Okay. But you felt comfortable and you felt that was a safer environment for them to be with Ms. Stauch as opposed to being with Landon.
At the time, yes, sir.
At that point in time, based upon your dealing with her, based upon what you knew of her, and based upon what you knew was going on with Landon.
Yes, sir.
And also right at that point in time, when this kind of custody, shifted from Landon to you and Ms. Stauch, that's initially when you enrolled Gannon in counseling.
No, sir. That would have been after we moved to Colorado.
Come on.
As I testified yesterday, January of 2019 is when that began. I didn't get here until February. So in that late winter, early spring portion of 2019. So you're talking 3 to 6 months later.
Is this news for the
Right?
defense?
Second.
Maybe he's looking
Do
up
you
this
remember
information's testimony he gave previously.
kind of that
Yes,
back in
correct.
January of 2020, January 28th or 29th, you sat down, you had an interview with Detective Mark Riley?
Yes.
Do you remember telling Detective Riley, as soon as me and my ex split up, got divorced, and I got custody, I started taking them to counseling?
I don't remember saying that. If you have
Are you?
a
And I'm
transcript
looking
or something I can look at.
4702. You're aware that, you've had a lot of interaction with Mr. Allen, correct?
Yes.
And you're aware that a lot of the interviews that the El Paso County Sheriffs, as well as many of these phone calls that they made transcripts of,
Yes, sir.
we're looking at that transcript, refresh your recollection.
Absolutely.
I may approach, you may.
If they're trying to trip him up on a little date and time thing.
Look at her smirking. Attentive.
Not sure how well this is going to fly.
She really thought she was still in control because this is the first time Tellini, her defense are going up. You have to remember, this is the first witness. So she didn't yet realize the gravity of the situation. I don't know why, but you could tell she's perked up and interested in, he has my side, my lawyer. Yet Tellini knew damn well she was guilty and he spoke out about it.
Trying to get this feed as clean as possible for you guys.
Does that refresh your recollection?
If that's a transcript of it, then yes, that's what I said.
So that indicates to you that you told the detective back then that you got Gannon in counseling right after the custody split,
Look at her
and you did
shaking her
that
head,
primarily
yes.
because of the custody issue.
Yeah, and I don't know why I said that specifically, but the Dr. Burtek I referenced in this, that did not begin until, as I already stated, late winter, early spring 2019.
Okay.
So-
Approach.
Sure.
You may. Yes.
Yeah, these dates don't matter to the defense. They're trying to see if they can make him look like he's not telling the truth. And they have to do it carefully
Yes.
because the jury's on his side right now.
And I think it's fair to say that it was initially the plan that Ms. Stauch was going to come and bring all the kids to Alaska, and you guys were going to live in Alaska. That was the initial plan. When you went to Alaska,
Once I got stationed there,
that they were all going to come
I
up.
think it's safe to assume that, yes.
Okay, and she'd come up to visit you, a couple times up there.
Yeah, for short periods of time, she did.
And it's fair to say she didn't like Alaska.
She did not like Alaska.
And in part of that, she's from South Carolina, right?
It's a
Yes.
big
And
difference.
No, she's from North Carolina.
So you're right. She's from Lumberton, North Carolina, but she lived a lot in South Carolina.
Yes,
She liked the beach. She liked the sun. She liked the weather.
yes.
She liked activities. Alaska was a little barren, a little depressing at night.
You're asking me to testify about how she felt about everything. I'm going to stay away from that.
Oh!
That's fine. That's fair.
Oh, shit. Yo, that was good. That was good. And I wish I could zoom up to Michael Allen's face right now because kudos, Al. Your brain doesn't work clearly in these situations. Like you have all eyes on you, the nerve, but he is spot on. He cannot testify of what Letecia was thinking about the dark nights in Alaska. That would call for speculation. The same way that you objected to Michael Allen's line of questioning earlier about, do you think Letecia was being manipulative? You can't testify what her intentions were. I love it. I love that.
Alaska was a little barren, a little depressing at night.
You're asking me to testify about how she felt about everything. I'm going to stay away from that, Mr.
All
Kennedy.
right, that's fine. That's fair.
Yeah.
Very fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Judge is controlling the cameras directly. I mean, quite literally.
Regardless, she never ended up going to Alaska.
Permanently, no. She did come to visit, as we already testified to.
And how long were you in Alaska again?
Just shy of 2 years.
And did Gannon and Lena ever move to Alaska?
So initially, I got custody in March of 2018. They immediately came with me to Alaska. Finished out the school year. I don't specifically remember what we did over the summer.
Okay.
And this is 2018. In the beginning of the fall is when the custody arrangement with the children, with the defendant in the Myrtle Beach household. That's when that began, in that fall school year, 2018.
So the fall school year of 2018, she was the person primarily responsible.
Yes, sir.
For both Lena and Gannon.
In the Myrtle Beach household, yes, sir.
Okay. And you felt safe with that?
Yes, sir.
The judge is directing.
And overall, at least
the
what
cameras.
you observed, it appeared, that she had a fairly good relationship with Gannon, Ms. Stauch did.
From what I observed, yes, sir.
I mean, I think you've indicated in some of these prior interviews that she appeared to care for him and he loved her.
Yeah, absolutely. I testified to that yesterday. I felt like he had some love and trust in he had some love in his heart, and he definitely had trust for her.
And you remember, was it in Mother's Day of 2018, he actually did a Mother's Day card for Ms. Stauch?
I don't remember that specifically, unless you had a picture.
Thank you so much, Sancy. But you guys, the Mother's Day card, I showed you guys this too. Oh, God. But that doesn't tell me anything. Gabriel Fernandez loved his mother up until the moment she took his life. Kids just want to be accepted and to be loved and to be cared for. It doesn't always indicate how they treated the child.
Or something.
I do, if I may approach.
You may.
Hey,
Approach with what's been marked as
Maxie, we
defensive
missed
exhibit
you.
B is in Bravo.
B is in Bravo, yes,
Thank you.
Does that look familiar to you?
I've seen this picture before, yes.
Okay, and that was written by Gannon to Ms. Stauch.
I cannot attest to who was written by. I was shown this picture by the defendant, yes, sir.
Okay, does that appear to be Gannon's handwriting?
It's similar to his handwriting, yes, sir. I don't have anything else to compare it to right now, and I haven't seen his handwriting in 3 years, Mr. Tellini.
Okay,
So,
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Welcome, Corn Pope. Good to have you here. Glad you can catch a live with us. Feel free to make yourself known in chat as much as you'd like.
That would be interesting, girl next door.
Yeah, I think
go
her hair was just for her.
Forward a little bit to.
It's not an interview, Carolina. It's not an interview. What it is that it's an article of like 50 defense lawyers speaking out about their clients, something like that. I could get the link. And anonymously it was posted, but you could absolutely tell it's Tellini. It's his age, from Colorado, and he describes defending a stepmom who took her 11-year-old child's life, and the hate and threats him and his family received as this trial was going on, and how at the end of the day the cameras would zoom up and make it seem like they were laughing and this and that, and he believes that the jury got it right and does not stand behind. He has a job to do. His job, he took an oath. It's to defend his client the best of his ability. But he was satisfied and agreed with the jury's decision.
The January of 2017, you left on that Saturday. In January of 2020, January 2020. You
Okay.
left on that Saturday, correct?
Saturday night, yes, sir, after work.
And your mom had been there for a while?
Roughly a week or so. I don't remember specifically.
Okay. What does your mom do for a living?
She is a nurse practitioner in the mental health field.
Okay. Had you had conversations with your mom about Miss Stauch and her mental health?
Yes.
And you'd raised some concerns with your mom about Miss Stauch's mental health?
Yes.
And your mom thought she needed to be on medication?
I don't remember that specifically. So.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Magsy. How to buy a student lunch today? Please give one. I will. Thank you, Magsy. You're so sweet. Thank you.
You had some you left Saturday, slept most of it. You got in early Sunday morning into Oklahoma?
Yes. No, it was Sunday afternoon by the time I got there.
Okay.
Because remember when I got off the plane, the defendant shared the news about Kobe Bryant passing away.
Oh, that's right.
So it was in the
Fucking-
afternoon some point.
So let that sink in. Let that sink in. When she parks the Tigiwan with his body at the airport and she picks Al up, and her heart should be racing and she should be under an insane amount of stress, she still manages to tell Al about Kobe Bryant's crash.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I mean, I think so. I don't remember that sticking out more. Derek Jeter was her, and the Yankees was the defendant's super fan.
But so you had fairly decent communication with her for most of Sunday?
I believe so, yeah.
Nothing seemed out of the ordinary?
Nothing out of the ordinary Sunday.
She let you know that she took Gannon and Lena on a hike in Garden of the Gods?
I believe so. I believe we talked about that, yes, sir.
And she actually posted a photo of that on Instagram?
I don't know where she posted that photo, Mr. Tellini.
I remember talking again with Detective Riley.
All right, I was trying to look for a good place to pause it because Bendy's about to start her live. So I'll just pause it there. Lena, thank you so much for gifting a membership. Congratulations to whoever just received it. Please, please, please make sure to thank Lena in the chat. Yeah, I do appreciate that it refers to her as defendant and not by her name. It's distancing, right? And we mentioned that day one when we were going over this, and the defendant. It's just so I'm very interested by her body language and how much it differs from prosecution's direct versus cross-examination. She is perked up. She is readily, she is looking, she is attentive, she is smirking, she is having that visceral reaction. But I'm going to be interested to observe how this differs day to day to day. I want us to keep an eye on it. And let's look at if we could find where there is a shift. What day did she realize shit? You know, like, not that she's gleaming with confidence, right? She's stuffing tissues in her ear holes, but she has some level. Okay, here's my moment. You know, this is first witness. This is defense doing their first cross. This is her voice. I want to see when there is a shift, if we can figure it out. So, and just to answer the question earlier, how can YouTube affect your mental health? Absolutely, it can. It really depends on what your relationship with YouTube is. If you keep it just as a source of watching videos, case coverage, of course, it could take a toll on your mental health depending on what the topic is, like true crime and things like that. But if you're also dealing with it, you know, I have my history on this platform. I'm sure some of you may know, and it absolutely has taken a huge toll on my mental health. But it's usually the people. It's usually the people versus the content for me. As amazing as people can be, you guys are the absolute best community. There are also really, really nasty people who do go real life and take it too far. And so I guess it's just your individual experience, but it absolutely can take a huge toll on someone's mental health. But we will pick up tomorrow. I do want, we'll finish cross tomorrow. We'll finish cross and then redirect. And then I do want to do Gypsy Rose's interrogation I just don't want to break up Al being on the stand. So we'll finish off with Al being on the stand possibly tomorrow. And then maybe I'll do Gypsy Rose's interrogation and everything going on with her on Thursday. But this is our missing child for tonight's live. This is Vanessa Morales. She has been missing since November 29th, 2019 out of Ansonia, Connecticut. She is 5 years old. Here is an age progressed photo of her to 2 years old. So if you or anyone you know has information on her whereabouts, please contact the Ansonia Police Department at the number located in blue. I also am going to be doing Jodi Arias. I'm going to be doing a Jodi Arias recap and going into her interrogation. And if you guys are interested in like that, we could do like a trial recap of hers also. But right now we're going to Jade raid over to Bendy's. Bendy is going live with the updates with Sarah Boone. As far as I know, it's like a 60-page document. And so I'm really, really excited to see what's going on. I really look forward to Boone's trial. We will be covering Boone's trial. And I have concerns. I have concerns with her. Thank you so much, Harlot. I have concerns with her going pro se. I am nervous that it's going to be an issue. There is a slight door opening there for a potential appeal down the line, even though, like Bendy explained, the judge exhausted every option as far as appointing her a public defender. Now she can acquire private counsel. It's not like she just can't have counsel, but she once had private counsel also that her ex-husband hired for her, and he left too. So I'm just interested to see what it says. So here is the link, direct link to Bendy's live. We will Jade raid over there. Thank you all so much for being here. We will pick up tomorrow and continue off with this. Thank you for anybody who had gifted memberships or sent a super chat. Your support is always so greatly appreciated. I will see you guys over at Bendy's. So have a wonderful night if I don't see you there.